Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir and Shiva Sai Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so very much for joining me for day 9 of Chaitra, that is spring Navaratri. Tonight we are honoring with our puja and satsang the goddess Kamala Devi, essentially Ma Kali in the form of Ma Lakshmi. Just a reminder about tomorrow is Victory Day. So these last 9 days, we've been celebrating the Divine Mother in her different forms, slaying our inner demons. And tomorrow, we celebrate the victory. So I will start broadcasting at 6 p.m. The location is Shiva Sai Mandir, 1391 South Pennsylvania Street. And the fire puja, which I'll be leading, will begin at 7. So look forward to you joining me then. I also want to apologize for some technical issues that we were having, and hence our late start, starting at 6, what looks like 6:06, instead of 6 o'clock sharp as we typically do. So let's go ahead and go into the satsang portion. And again, this is from chapter 3 of my upcoming book, Kali Meditation, book 5, on the 10 great wisdom goddesses. So Kamala, Kali in the form of Lakshmi. Kamala is identified with the tantric form of Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and good fortune. She is depicted as a strikingly beautiful goddess with golden skin and shown either seated or standing on a fully bloomed lotus floating upon still water. She is flanked by elephants on each side, holding water pots and pouring forth purifying waters with which to bathe her. When seated, she assumes Padmasana, the lotus posture. She has 4 arms, 2 holding pink lotuses, 2 holding the mudras of dispelling fear and giving boons. Gold coins shower from her boon-giving hand. Her lotuses represent both wisdom and purification, especially on a spiritual level. Think about how a lotus grows upwards from the mud and muck at the bottom of a pool, reaching upwards toward the sun and blossoming on the water surface. Kamala's elephants symbolize the life-giving rains of the monsoon season that create and nurture the whole universe. They are also the symbol of royalty, as she is the consort of Lord Vishnu, the preserver. She too functions as the preserver of the earth. The traditional Lakshmi is often depicted as serving Vishnu. However, Ma Kamala takes the position of a primary deity. Kamala is the power who creates happiness and abundance for her children. She also blesses families with children, hence she is called upon by couples who are having difficulty conceiving. Parents who already have children also pray to Kamala for the well-being of their sons and daughters. Kamala facilitates the destruction of poverty, both material and spiritual, and she is the bestower of well-being, prosperity, and fertility. One can therefore worship Kamala to help manifest their own creative vision, eliminate poverty, increase one's sense of self-worth, stabilize the home environment for protection and for attaining goals. In the spiritual path of the Mahavidyas, Kamala symbolizes the cycle's completion and the attainment of growth and or healing. Of course, the Mahavidyas and their stages are not linear, but a cycle. This cycle occurs constantly within our lives as we learn to grow and heal within different facets of our existence. In manifesting divine will on earth, Kamala guides those who share their wealth to help others or maintain an important cause. This can be material wealth, as well as one's time volunteering and or offering one's knowledge, talents, and services. This would include efforts to help those less fortunate and for the conservation of the Earth's natural resources. Jai Ma Kamala.
Jai Ma Kamala.
Jai Ma Kamala.
Jai Ma Kamala.
Jai Ma Kamala. And so before we go into our puja, I want to say namaste to Kim, who's joining live right now, and anybody else who's tuning in. Looks like I've got at least a couple of other people. Please feel free to say hello using the chat function of your screen. I'd also like to say namaste to Channing, to Nate, and to Jane, who are joining here live. And once again, Jai Ma Kamala Devi. And it's also interesting to note that Kamala is the name of the current deity for which Kamala, and the final poem is called Kali the Mother, like the title of the book. Position. That can be straight, your breath full. Maybe roll the shoulders. Sitting and off. On your focus on the present moment as well. Breathing in and breathing out of your heart center. And again, connecting with whichever form of the Divine Mother you as an individual are closest to. Feeling her ever-strengthening presence as these 9 days have progressed. And just acknowledging that she is within you as well as without. And once again, I invite you to think of your intention for Navaratri, what you've been focusing on for yourself or for someone close to you. And know once again you're taking an even stronger step now toward healing, toward resolution, toward knowledge, and the attainment of goal. And I invite you to help me in opening our practice by chanting the seed syllable for Ma Kamala, which is Shreem, 3 times. So a deep inhalation. Inhale again. One more stream. Inhale. Ooh, lovely harmony. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Let your hands rest comfortably on your knees, and just look upon our altar and or your screen with a relaxed gaze. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvadastam Gatopiva Yashmade Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi Om Shuklam Bharanam Vishnum Sashivanam Shatubhajam Prasnavananam Dayat Sava Vignopasantaye Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guru Ve Namah Jai Guru. Om Triambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Michur Mukshyamamritat. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jayabhuti Taharani Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jai Makali.
Jai Ma Kali.
Om Mahadevye Chavidmae Kamala Priyaye Dimai Tano Kamala Prachodaya Jai Ma Kamala.
Jai Ma Kali.
And this would be a good time to light the Mahavidya candles. And I invite you to join me in the chanting of our puja mantra, Om Srim Namah. 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 Om Srim Kamala Devi Namah. Om Srim Kamala Devi Namah. Om Srim Kamala Devi Nama. I invite you to close your eyes. Om Srim Kamala Devi Nama. 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 Continue to breathe deeply, listening to the words of our reading, and let it guide your consciousness to the story of Kali at Bali, Calcutta, Christmas, 1898. Baby darling, what is the very first thing you remember? Is it not lying on your mother's lap and looking up into her eyes and laughing? Did you ever play hide and seek with mother? Mother's eyes shut and baby was not. She opened them and there was baby. Then baby's eyes shut and where was mother? But they opened again and oh, when mother's eyes were shut, where was she? There all the time? But you couldn't see her eyes. Yet, she was there. Baby, some people think the divine is just like that. A great, great mother, so great that all this big world is her baby. The divine is playing with her world, and she shuts her eyes. Then, all our lives long, baby darling, we try to catch the great mother peeping. And if any of us can do that, if any of us can look into the eyes of the divine just once, just for a minute, do you know what happens? That person at once knows all secrets. And one becomes strong and wise and loving, and one never, never forgets that moment. And when you win like that, when you catch the mother looking, something else happens. Something lovely. All her other children come and play with you. The little birds come, and the wee lambs love you, and the wild rabbits touch your feet. And the poor children in the streets who are cold and hungry, perhaps cold children that the great mother loves most of all, because they seem to have no father or mother. And perhaps no poor home children trust you and make a place for you with them. We are all sitting on mother's lap, but these sit closest of all to her breast. And what do we know? What do we call the mother with her eyes shut? We call her Kali. Were you ever for a very few minutes unhappy? And did mother or nurse or auntie or someone else come and pick you up and love you and kiss you till you were not unhappy anymore? Sometimes the divine is like that too. We get so frightened because those eyes will not open. We want to stop the game. We don't like that. We feel alone and far away and lost. Then we cry out. It has grown quite dark, and still the mother's eyes are shut. Let us play no longer. So we feel sometimes. But the eyes are not shut, really. We think so because it is dark all around. Just at that moment when you cried out, the beautiful eyes of the mother opened and looked at her child like the two deep wells of love. And you, and if you had seen, would you have stopped playing all at once and saying, Kali, Kali? You would have hidden your little face in the mother's shoulder and listened to the beating of her heart instead. And so, wee one, will you remember that the great mother Kali is everywhere? Even when she seems to be far away, it is only that you cannot see her eyes. This mother goes away, and you cannot see her, but Kali is always there, always loving, always ready to play with her child. And will you sometimes remember to stop playing just for a minute and to fold your little hands and say, Dear Mother Kali, let me see your eyes. There is another game of hide and seek that the Great Mother plays. This is more like a fairy story. She hides sometimes in other people. She hides in anything. Any day you might see her eyes just looking into mothers, or playing with a kitten, or picking up a bird that has fallen from its nest. Under all these forms, you may find the divine playing at hide and seek. When there is something to do for someone, Kali is called us to play. We love that play. She herself said once she was hiding in someone, and he said it for her, inasmuch as ye did unto one of the least of these, my little ones, ye did it unto me. Is this not like a fairy story? And what funny places she, the great mother, can hide in. Another time she said, Lift the stone and thou shalt find me. Cleave the wood and there I am. Did you ever lift a stone or break a piece of wood and see what was inside? Did you ever think that it was the divine at the heart of things? How beautifully Ma Kali plays. You might find her anywhere. Does mother love baby when she is hiding from her? Why, of course. Else why should she hide? Even when her eyes are shut, is mother loving baby? Why, yes. See how she is laughing all the time. And so with Kali, we need never be frightened. Though her eyes are long shut, she is laughing all the time. In her own good time, the divine will stop playing, and we shall look into her eyes and get away and away behind the world, straight to the other end of nowhere all at once. So let us always run to play when we are not called. Remember, little one, if any need you have can give, your mother is calling you to find her. If anyone asks for something you can do, it is really mother saying, Peep, childie. Or when a new person comes to you to love, Kali is saying, Here I am. There is something else. You love mother and father and auntie and nurse, and of course you do. Besides, they love you. They are all so good and kind. But far away, mother has a brother, a big brother like Hall. So you love him too? Why? You never saw him. He never played with you. No, but mother loves him. And you love all people mother loves, don't you? And so we love all people Kali loves, all the children she plays with, and the lambs and the flowers and the great trees and the little fishes. She loves all these and loves too the stars in the sky. And so do we. For we are her children, and everything that she loves, we love too, because she is the mother, and we cannot help it. Kali the mother. The stars are blotted out. The clouds are covering clouds. It is darkness, vibrant sonnet. In the roaring, whirling wind are the souls of a million lunatics just loosed from the prison house, wrenching trees by the roots, sweeping all from the path. The sea has joined the fray. The swirls up mountain waves to reach the pithy sky. The flash and lurid light reveals on every side 1,000 shades of death, begrimed and blacks, scattering plagues and sorrows, dancing mad with joy. Come, mother, come. For terror is thy name, death is thy breath, and every shaking step destroys a world for thou time, the all-destroyer. Come, O mother, come. Who dares misery love and hug the forms of death, dance in destruction's dance, to him the mother comes. Jai Ma. Jai Ma.
Jema.
Jai Ma.
Jema.
Jai Ma. 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 Jema Kamala Devi. 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 Jema. 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 Om Sava Mangala Mangaye Shiva Svada Sadike Saranye Trambake Devi Narayane Namostute Om Shanti 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 Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Kadavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvidyavahai Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Om Tat Sat Om
Tat Sat Om.
Jai Ganesha
Jai Ganesha.
Jai Guru
Jai Guru.
Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jema Devi
Jai Ma Devi.
Jema Kali
Jai Ma Kali.
Jema Kamala Devi
Jai Ma
Jema Kamala Devi Jema Kamala Devi Jema Mahavidya Jema Mahavidya Jema Mahavidya Jema Jema Jema. So I invite you now to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Again, focus on your heart center. Thanking that divine presence, that divine mother within, who's with you always. And give yourself gratitude for taking part in this practice tonight and for the other nights of Navaratri. Slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me in Jema. 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 Namaste to Aaron, to Mallorid, to Elizabeth, to Kim, to Nate, to Jane, and to Channing. Thank you for being here, and everybody else who's here live or who'll be tuning in later and watching the recording. I'd like to say a little something that really has a strong association with our final installment of Kali the Mother. And that is just my experience of different Kali temples. And Kali is truly that divine mother who welcomes into her arms very often those who are shunned by much of society. I remember going to the first major Kali temple I went to was Kalkaj outside of Delhi. It was Christmas Day of 2005. And one of the first things I noticed is part of the temple complex was actually this very large homeless shelter. And very similar to another temple in Delhi, Kalibari. And nearby that temple is a home for people with polio, including those who would ride around town on these recumbent trikes that you pedal using your hands. And they were always there hanging out at the Kali temple. Similarly, outside of Kalighat in Kolkata, where I showed you some illustrations from earlier in this series, large population of a lot of people who just seem to have been dealt a difficult hand from the moment they were born. And it was very appropriate, too, during my time doing volunteer work in Kolkata, to be working as a street medic for the poorest of the poor living around one of the railway stations. And so Kali welcomes all of her children and loves all of her children, including those that, again, others shun. And we should all be following her example. So thank you again for joining me. I really look forward to you joining me tomorrow. Again, the broadcast will start at 6. The fire puja will begin at 7. Oh, it looks like somebody just asked a question. And to the person who just asked, I'll be getting in touch with you very shortly. I've just had a lot going on the home front, but I will be in touch very soon. So I will definitely be getting into contact with you. And Jai Ma Devi, and thank you so very much. One more day to go, the day of victory. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. And good night.